Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Andy, good morning. JT with a very confident stroke for par. Our featured group is
Popping
off.
the shoulders. Yes, it's perfect
Featured
timing.
group is off. We actually have two featured groups being played right now. One is Minwoo Lee, Morikawa, and Neiman. The other is.
I accidentally hit.
It
Popped up on my YouTube. Yeah, it popped up on my YouTube on my phone, and I hit it instead of clearing it. All of a sudden, I had a very weird echo.
Yeah, I like these two featured groups. I ended up with a little bit of a stake in Morikawa through Calcutta purposes. I have a stake in Scotty through Calcutta purposes. So I'm enjoying that these are the groups we get to watch mostly play every single hole this morning. Not a lot to comment on in terms of win probability shifting in what's going on so far, because the only two players who have taken themselves out of contention so far are Patton Kizzire and Joe Highsmith. Better luck next year, guys, if you are here. Do you get a sense that, I guess really as a golf eye, what have you noticed about the way the course is playing through the early morning hours on this beautiful opening round?
It doesn't look terribly tough right now. Obviously, there's no wind. It's probably still a little softer from some of the early rains we had this week. I know the greens seem medium fast compared to how nasty they can get. And it's Augusta, find your way around it. Don't screw up too bad. And, we haven't seen anybody play the back yet. So, because they're not showing Patton Kizzire anymore at this point. So, he is getting into the teeth of it right now. But yeah, once we see some people play the back, obviously it'll be a little more interesting. But
okay, are you interested in seeing like specific people play Amen Corner to kind of gauge how difficult it is today, or what? Did you look
I want to watch the good guys. I want to watch the probably these featured groups.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 hours before we flip to the back nine here for some of these guys.
Okay.
But I got all day. Buddy. I'm gonna watch golf for a good portion of the day, I believe.
Patrick's correct. Greens can't be that tough. Little girls are draining putts. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I guess the major question I have for you, before getting there, did you look at sort of hole placement? Was there anything notable about the way they set up the course today?
It was a little nasty off the get go. Jesus, Colin. There's some pretty nasty ones, like that pin at 12 sitting where it is, and they can make some of these pretty tricky, especially these par threes, where obviously 12 with the long skinny green, depending where you put that, you make that you can make life pretty difficult. But I don't know. Okay. It looked hard, but not like crazy hard.
Okay. So here we get to the most important question. What are your first round leader sweats?
I bet too many things. I obviously have to go check who I bet for first round leader. Morikawa, even, only 2 off the lead.
You bet him at even? First round leader even?
No. He's even right now for the tournament. So he's in the mix.
Oh man, we got some wayward tee shots on too. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Hovland also even, so he's in the mix. Cam Smith just chipped in from not a million, but a nice little chip in from off the green at 55-1. He is even par, and then I haven't had a lot of my guys get going yet. I have Christian Bezuidenhout, who doesn't tee off for another hour yet. So just the 4. I ran some rabbit hole numbers on who's been good round 1, who's been good round 1 here, which is noisy because there's so many people that have only played here once or twice, so you're looking at a sample of very small. But I did take it and say guys who've played here at least 3-4 times.
Yep.
Looked at some of the guys who've had really good round 1s, guys who've played well in some of these conditions, and those are some names that popped up.
Oh man, Colin could not scramble his way into magic there, but that's okay. He's got the tap in.
This is good too.
What is
Patrick? I mean, they've probably showed the iced tea commercial too much, but they are showing classic This Is Sports Center commercials.
Sure.
and they're all the golf ones. The the gallery following Tiger through the offices and some of those, like, they're all pretty good. Rom hitting one near the Gator.
Yeah.
They're all so good. So I've enjoyed that a lot too. They're just playing. Why not? You want to play a new commercial? It's the same thing. Play the hits, baby.
I dig it. As far as some of the live data and what that's telling us, really impressive approach play by Nikolai Hojgaard, although he is a monster off the tee. He's giving back shots. So incredible saving from him to keep himself in the mix here at 1 under through the front 9. I would say the strongest overall play so far has been Aaron Rai. Is that reasonable?
Yeah,
he's putting like he's putting like a badass, and like just green across the board from him. 1.73 strokes gained tee to green so far. 1.1 putting. Aaron Rai through 6 is 2 under. I think if you're looking for like who is actually leading of who's out there live right now, it would be him. Joaquin Niemann, obviously 2 under through 2 is pretty goddamn good, but I remember a Masters in the past where he was like 3 under through the first few holes on day 1 and ultimately was not a factor. So we'll see if he can carry forward with the momentum he's got. What else is on your card? What is sort of the full breadth of what you are interested in this weekend?
All right. So Rahm, Maury Shoffley, McIntyre, Garcia, Neely for the outrights. And then I went over the first round leaders. Placement
McNeely, okay.
McNeely, 171 to 1.
Okay.
It's coming home, baby.
Okay.
It's coming home to California. I
sick.
played, like we talked about, Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh, man, Niemann. Oh, my God, dude.
Tommy Fleetwood, not a closer.
Nasty
not
putt.
A winner.
Okay. Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood to finish 9th.
Top 10. Plus
top
250
10.
With ties. Pretty good price. Hovland, top 10, 400. Henley, Zal, top 20. And then McNeely, Pendrith, and JJ Spawn, top 30 at some nice numbers. I played some matchups. But the stuff I'm watching today, I got Rahm and Aubert, bogey-free rounds at 12 to 1. Again, that was just me running some stuff on the rabbit hole, looking at guys with the best bogey avoidance here, best 3-putt avoidance, a lot of the stuff that you would associate with just grinding out a nice round, staying out of trouble. And then I played, I looked up some Eagle stats too. So I played Hovland, Rahm, and DJ each to get an Eagle.
Each? You mean independently or altogether?
Yeah, independently. That parlay would pay like what's 40 times 6? Yeah, it's like a 300 to 1 parlay. I don't think that's coming home, but 550 on the 2, and then Dustin Johnson 650. Stuff I gotta watch for, because this stuff doesn't cash on the weekend, but I do have somebody over 43.5 highest score on the back 9. Once you make the cut. If that hasn't come through on Thursday or Friday, I think it's dead. But I think that might be a Friday afternoon one anyway.
Surely.
We get a little bit of wind and somebody hits a couple.
Yeah, Friday afternoon right now is the only
hole. Yeah.
That's the only window that looks a little sketch, right?
Yeah.
Your boy Matt McNeely teeing off last on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, he's not worried though. He's played in the California winds.
Okay. Actually foggy here in California this morning. Not too much wind. All right. While we enjoy the Masters, I just want to say good morning to everyone who's watching, except for the Mavericks. And the major takeaway of that game was amazing that we had a GM fired in season, and it wasn't the GM that traded Luka Doncic away for a bag of pennies. Like, wow, Nico Harrison, you have been kissed on the forehead for your good fortune. I don't understand it. I would say the other kind of much more consequential outcome in the NBA last night was the Warriors blowing the lead to the Spurs, who were trying not to win. Harrison Barnes hits a three with 0.1 left that delivers them victory. I would be more worried that this has consequences for Draymond Green's DPOY if it happened any other time window, but I don't think very many people were up watching, and I don't know that that was on many people's radar. And I also don't know how much results this week ultimately play into people's thinking, but it's not trivial. Like, the Warriors now are not clearly in the playoffs. There are plenty of outcomes here where they need to win that Sunday game against the Clippers to avoid the play-in. The tiebreak and the kind of the mess of trying to figure out who gets what seed in the West between 4 and 8 right now is enough to make your brain bleed.
Yeah, I looked at it for like a minute, and I'm like,
so
well,
hard.
You know, it'd be a lot easier just letting the games play out.
It's so hard, man. So I guess let's talk about one tonight, though. The Memphis, Minnesota. The winner of that game is not in, but the loser is in one of the two playing teams. Like, period.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies already have the tiebreak over the Timberwolves, so another win against them doesn't really help them a ton, but it moves the Timberwolves into the 8th. Pretty cleanly the 8th, I think. A loss for the Grizzlies makes Saturday's game. Wait, Saturday or Friday? When are they? Friday. Makes Friday's game against the Nuggets like outsized importance for them. Right now, the Nuggets are in pole position. Thanks to the Warriors' loss, right now the Nuggets are in pole position to get the 4 seed. Really, like, the leverage in the last 12 hours of them potentially, they could lose to the Kings. They might be 8. Oh no, we won. We're going to be 4. Like, that flip was absurd. And with their tiebreak status, they're almost certainly going to be either 4th or 8th, which is incredible. There's a world now where they could get 7th and the Timberwolves are 8th, and that would be the worst outcome for them, I think, because the Timberwolves own them, and sending the Timberwolves to Denver in the 7-8 would be a fun game to handicap.
Hell of a playing game, though.
It'd be a hell of a playing game.
Total 230.
Winner avoids Oklahoma City. Loser may be out. Like, that'd be pretty awesome. I will also kind of comment that right now, like, the Clippers are kind of the team flying under the radar. They're not playing anyone who is trying, so it's tough to say whether the numbers that they're compiling are a real reflection of how well they're playing or not. But they're doing their job, unlike the Warriors. So they got that going for them. And they're healthy. They're as healthy as they've ever been. And if I know anything about Kawhi Leonard, he's an Iron Man. Like, he's got the physical makeup to stand.
Keep it all together.
He's, you know what they say, Andy, he's due for a clean playoff run here. But in seriousness, I don't have high confidence that he has the physical stamina to make a run through 3 playoff rounds, but we'll see. 3 playoff rounds would just get him to the finals, by the way, not even win a title. So big game in Minnesota, Memphis. You want to know what my take is on that one from a market standpoint?
Yeah,
I
do.
This is total is priced like this is just a regular old game.
You think this is like playoff level defense? We're doing it? We're doing like real basketball tonight?
I mean, the loser has huge consequences. So I don't even think that this isn't even like a playoff level defense to where you get something big if you win. This is like literally like huge negative consequences for losing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, same thing. Lose.
But I don't even think
must win versus can't lose.
Yeah, right. Exactly. This is a can't lose. And I would say the typical game state for that is possessions tend to be about 3 possessions fewer, and this is priced by what I'm looking at here. This is priced like, normal pace game for these two teams. Nothing's going to be different at all. Okay, if you say so. I think the under is obviously is a pretty good bet here. And yeah, I mean, T-Wolves, especially because they have such outstanding rim protection and they don't have to, they don't have to give up a lot. They don't have to sacrifice a lot to be able to stop what the Timberwolves want to do. Ooh, beautiful little scramble shot by Scott. Do you see that? He set him up for a very makeable birdie putt. Ah, yeah, Scotty. Last 2 minutes of the game, John Morant like desperately trying to get to the rim and Rudy Gobert stoning his ass. Yeah, that seems about right. I think Timberwolves do get the win, but the under 232 I think is an even stronger angle. I'm surprised this hasn't taken more action to the under, and it may by the time we get to close. So under 232, favorite play of the week so far for me in the NBA. And don't really understand the line movement in Detroit, New York. That opened at 4.5. New York is playing without OG Anunoby, who's been their most important player for the last month. Josh Hart, I believe, is also out in that one. No Hart, no Anunoby, no Robin, no Mitch Rob.
No Hart.
Detroit's going into this effectively at full strength. Don't really get it. I think Detroit ought to be bet, and instead the money came in on New York for some reason. Monte Carlo thoughts.
Yeah.
The first set loss by Alcaraz yesterday to the hands of, who was he playing again? I'm forgetting. Francisco Cerundolo. That seems to have snapped him the fuck out of whatever funk he was in. Because since then he basically was like, oh yeah, I'm the best player in this tournament. I'm the best player on tour. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, I'm just going to win this one now. So I think Alcaraz very much comes through. The big kind of takeaways for today, Draper was not able to back up his incredible first performance on clay as he lost to ADF today. Rublev, predictably sketchy as hell, loses to Arthur Fils, and sad state of affairs for what is traditionally a strong clay player in Casper Ruud, as he goes down to Alexander Popyrin, who is very much a hardcore player, and very, very surprising to see Ruud take it in the teeth there. I think Musetti and De Minaur come through cleanly. I think Tsitsipas Borges is probably your match of the day. I like it over 2.5 sets there. Dimitrov, I think, takes out Tabilo, even though, as you saw yesterday, Andy, Tabilo's straight sets win over Novak Djokovic. I don't think anyone's touching or taking a set off of Alcaraz between here and the finale.
Oh, Colin.
Did he miss his putt?
Yeah, a lot of
So
really close putts for this group so far. Thoughts on French Open, next major coming up. Alcaraz is right around even money to win the French Open. Is that, no, I don't want to say is it a good bet or is it a bad bet? Is that going to be a better number now compared to what we see? Like, does that number get shorter?
No.
Once we move towards Roland Garros?
No. It goes the other way.
You think it gets bigger? Explain yourself, Drew.
It's priced like people don't know that Sinner's coming back for that tournament.
Okay.
And I know that people think Alcaraz has Sinner's number head-to-head, which is true. But
where would Sinner be seated?
First. He's going to be your 1 seed. Nice birdie.
No matter what, even with
Rocco Neiman. Yeah, no. That Alcaraz cannot gain enough points between now and French Open to flip him. Zverev cannot either. Sinner will be your 1 seed for the French Open.
Live golf just too good.
Dude, that was a gnarly putt by Neiman.
He put it.
It wasn't like
spots.
he did,
nice,
but
nice and uphill, easy.
Yeah,
easier than what the other.
Little tougher putt for Scotty here, going kind of wobbly table downhill. We'll see if he's got this. I won't spoil it for you if you're watching at home live, and it's good. Well done by Mr. Scheffler. He's on the board as a scoring player. So Jannik Sinner right now has a 3,000 point lead over Zverev, 4,000 point lead over Alcaraz.
I
Alcaraz
didn't
fiddle.
I didn't realize the lead was that big. I thought
Alcaraz
he took time
fiddle
off, he was
fucked.
gonna-
He fiddle fucked around way too much. In the Sunshine Double, he needed to accrue all of those points and then win everything he played on clay until while Sinner. He needed to win every tournament he was in while Sinner was off tour to close the gap, and he didn't even come fucking close. So Sinner's going to be your 1 seed in that tournament. He's going to get a more favorable draw. Alcaraz still has to prove that he can be consistent. So I think realistically that probably closes Alcaraz plus 160, plus 150. Actually, you know what my real takeaway is, Andy, of hearing that Alcaraz was plus 100, because I didn't know that. I can't believe there was a time in our lives where Nadal was like plus anything in like 2017, 2018, 2019. Do you remember those years? He was
Just
plus money in some of
getting
those
like
tournaments.
plus 120 on him.
Like the
Well,
idea,
it's a-
the
I know, but
idea
it's a
that
lot to win
Alcaraz
that
is
many
even
matches.
close. The idea that Alcaraz is even close to that kind of rare air is insane to me. Insane.
I don't know. We'll see how the rest of Monte Carlo goes. Maybe you'll be changing your tune here in a week.
Maybe. Yeah. What say you? Did Scotty change his putting grip?
He's using 2 different grips. Like he's not going to use that claw when he's lag putting from way out. I don't think.
Okay. Why is he using the claw when he's
it
fine
keeps your
tuning?
hands? It keeps your hands from getting a little too wobbly on the short stuff. Like I think he'll use that claw stuff when he's in a little closer. But he's just gonna probably use his regular grip when he's lag putting across the greens. I don't know if he'd want to use that on like a 60-foot putt.
Okay.
It does keep your hands from getting a little squirrely. Helps you maintain control of your forearms and hands, I guess.
Okay.
On the drawback.
Give me your read on
Man, I don't think Patton Kazire's coming back.
let's wrap here. I don't think Patton Kazire's coming back either. At what score on the front 9 by Joaquin Niemann do you grade your FRLs a loss?
There's so many good golfers left. I don't. It'd have to be like a 6.
Okay, that feels
Not only that, but-
reachable, honestly.
Well, I know, but not only that, but there's so many good golfers left, and he has the back 9 to contend with.
Okay. Maury finding himself in trouble off the tee. All right.
Hit a
Well,
guy. Actually, that's not bad right there.
that's not bad there.
No, I mean, as long as it stays out of those trees, you can hit from there.
What's going on this golf course? I think everybody does.
Don't get. Actually, you know what? I don't mind them. JT's pants are okay. Little pastel green.
I have pants like that.
I bet you do.